This power, it's different from any I've ever had.
The final Awoken skill in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Let's talk about my final prediction for what our next Awoken skill could potentially be. Now, there is no confirmation of a new custom character Awoken skill for this game yet. I don't know what's actually happening with Future Saga Chapter 4 other than what we had from that recent trailer. And now that we do have the recent trailer and we're seeing that Goku is going to be obtaining this new transformation or this new awakening, right? It's basically an ultra super villain antithesis, the opposite. He's gonna convert that power into some kind of, I guess, ultra superhero. That's not an official name yet. That's just a fan-made term right now. I'm assuming that's what they would go for because what's the opposite of a villain? It's a hero. They could call it something else, but Goku is stacking this form or this power on top of Ultra Instinct. And like we've said since the dawn of time, basically at this point, we are likely going to be getting him as a playable character, and he's going to be using this power to fight whatever the final battle is, right? So if Goku's getting this new form, right, and this new power, it would make sense for our custom character to get it as well. And everything that you're seeing on screen here is either modded, concept, and everything. This is not official or anything. This is just visuals, right? Because I know there are some people that still always think that whatever is shown on the screen is always something that is, you know, official. It's not, right? So there is some speculation and some rumors, like actual rumors, that we could actually be getting the drop, the release of Future Saga Chapter 4 this upcoming week, okay? I mean, by the time I'm uploading this, today is Sunday. By the way, happy Father's Day to any, you know, fathers out there, right? But I digress. Yeah, let's talk about what this Awoken skill could potentially be, why I think it's going to be Ultra Superhero instead of us getting Ultra Super Villain, right? And again, this is just a concept. You know, shout out to Sarah on Twitter, right? This is a mod, right? Just a good visual. So Goku's new form basically looks like this, right? We haven't seen the full, like, official reveal of it yet. We just kind of only saw basically this. Again, this is modded. It's just his eye, okay? That's the only thing that we've seen. So he definitely converts the power of Ultra Supervillain. I don't know if Fu is corrupting him necessarily, or if he just gets a hold of the power. I don't know. I don't know exactly what is happening in the story, right? We can only base it off of a very short trailer that we got at Battle Hour, right? And now that we have this type of information, we know there is an official confirmation, which was speculated for a very long time, that Ultra Superhero would be a thing, right? You know, this is all we kind of have to go off of, right? And the reason why, like, I brought this up several times, that we could either get Ultra Super Villain or Ultra Superhero or both, right? It would make sense if we got one or the other or even both. That would be awesome. But at the same time, I think I'm leaning more towards the Ultra Superhero shit now, just because if Goku's converting this power for himself into something, you know, positive, right? I don't see a reason for our character to be fucking with Ultra Super Villain. You know what I'm saying? Because our character is a good guy. Our character is the good guy. And not saying that a good guy can't get corrupted, right? Because we saw it with Vegeta. But at the same time, it's like, it just doesn't fit necessarily, right? Like, our character, we don't usually use, like, negative power, like bad power, unless it's like, what is it, the crystal raids, or however they handled it in this game, where you can use some like the super villain type of forms and like the super villain power and all that or whatever. It was weird. They did some weird shit with it, and it just wasn't something that you could just normally freely use, you know, anytime you want, right? They had a lot of restrictions with the power and the skills that you could use that were super villain based, right? Like, what is it, Bloody Storm or Bloody Sauce, or whatever the fuck that they called it. So when it comes to our custom character, it's more than likely going to be this power that Goku's obtaining, because what better way to end off the game than giving us a brand new exclusive transformation for our custom characters that no other character in the Dragon Ball universe can use. I mean, other than obviously Goku's using it here, right? But that's why we would get it, because a main character of the series can use it, right? It would make sense that, you know, all the Awoken skills that we can use for the most part are all forms that are, you know, existing in the Dragon Ball universe, right? if I recall correctly, I don't think we ever received an exclusive Xenoverse, transformation or power in a sense, right? Everything our characters can use are things that, are existing in the universe of Dragon Ball, right? Every Awoken skill that we've had up until this point, Super Saiyan, 1, 2, 3, we have Potential Unleash, Beast, Ultra Instinct, God, Blue, Blue Evolved, right? Future Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, Kaioken, like all that shit. This is all stuff that exists, and it's nothing new, right? It's not some like crazy revelation here, but this kind of would be, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be the best way, because we know this is the last DLC. We know Xenoverse 2 is done after this, right? Maybe they'll get some like, continuous raids and shit, right? Until Xenoverse 3 drops. But once Xenoverse 3 is out, Xenoverse 2 basically done, right? That's what they did. When Xenoverse 2 came out, Xenoverse 1, I don't think got anything. There was nothing else for the game. Like you can still go online, right? And there is a small online community, but like nobody playing that shit, right? And I'm sure there will still be people that will, hop on the Xenoverse 2, because Xenoverse 2 is not Xenoverse 3. And, there's a lot, guys, 10 years of playing this game. I don't know if a lot of people were willing to just let go of it that quickly, right? There might still be people playing it because they have a lot of data and time invested into the game, right? So, we're probably still going to have, people fucking around with like the Awoken skills and photo mode and stuff and just having fun with the game until Xenoverse 3 drops, right? So, yeah, I think it's reasonable to believe that this Awoken skill will probably be the best Awoken skill in the game. Most likely better than Ultra Instinct, Beast, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, all some of the, best Awoken skills that we currently have in the game right now. This Awoken skill would need to have some type of uniqueness to it, right? So even if it might not be better than those, we want this one to do something kind of crazy. Like maybe this will be the first, our first look at it changing up our combos completely. Like our entire combo string will just be completely unique and different from, what we normally have, right? And it would also be great because this would be another Awoken skill that everybody can use, right? A universal transformation is what we want to see, just because it's annoying when Saiyans are the only ones that are getting, some mileage out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other Awoken skills, with the exception of Ultra Instinct and Beast, you can only use for a Saiyan. And I get Saiyans are the most, played race, right? And they're the most popular race and they have the most forms, but it's like, I mean, if it's possible, try to give, us an Awoken skill that is universal for every single race. So let me know your thoughts and opinions about what you think we're going to be getting in this final DLC. Do you think it's going to be dropping next week? If it is, right, let's hope there is a free update that comes with this, because if there is a new Awoken skill, it's 100%, 1000% going to be a free update. If they charge for an Awoken skill and they basically make you pay for Future Saga Chapter 4 just to get this, that is the dumbest piece of dog shit I ever heard, right? But, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Bandai to do some dumb bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I'm very, very excited, looking forward to seeing how this game ends, and I'm really hopeful that we'll get that one final Awoken skill for the game, because it would just satisfy a lot of people, just to have some last parting gift for, the fans who've been playing this game and supporting this game for 10 fucking years, you know what I mean? And hey, even if we don't get it in this update, which I think would be a big fumble, right? There is a small possibility that we get something for the actual 10-year anniversary, which is at the very end of this year, right? Xenoverse 3 is not coming out until 2027, so we should be getting some type of actual 10-year anniversary for specifically Xenoverse 2, not what we had last year, which was the 10-year anniversary for just the Xenoverse series, right? Because Xenoverse 1 released in 2015, right? But Xenoverse 2 released a year later in 2016, so we should be getting at least, one more special little celebration. Maybe they'll do another Festival of the Universes, or maybe they'll just say, fuck it, we're done. Let's just move on to Xenoverse 3, start promoting the shit out of that game, and, be done with everything. But yeah, Dragon Ball games are looking really, really good for the foreseeable future, at least for the rest of this year and next year. When it comes to Sparking Zero, obviously that's a different game, and that's not, on point to the topic of this video, but we are getting Sparking Zero DLC as well. I still don't know when it's coming. There is stuff, at least information, that should be coming here. I don't know how soon, but, there's something. All right, I'll say that there's something. that will be, you know, maybe even little bit of information, little bits of stuff, right? You can trust me on that. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.